Yo, welcome to and I couldn't do the freaking intro how I normally do it and where I normally do it because there's two priests in an never-ending loop of giving freaking buffs, and I couldn't shoot the intro. Freaking fix that. I mean, yo, what else can I say? We on the Paladin. We here to break people in half. You know what I'm saying? We got a mage. Mage ain't got no gear. So watch this. Let me show you guys something. Where did the mage go? Oh. Come here. You can't run from me. I mean, you can try, but you won't get far. Yo, what's up with all these freaking mages, man? That boy crap off me, bro. Think this here, boy. Ooh. Ooh. Heal. You think you're gonna let off another heal? I don't think so. Ooh, I put on the wrong joint. Why is that there? I never put that there. What the fuck? What kind of magical freaking heal was that? This fool dead yet? Who on me? Oh. Put the wrong joint on. Come here, priest. Who's that? I see all those fools. Wasted my crap, man. I didn't get a single kill. All these freaking mages in the ice blocks, man. That should have been a dang kill. It was a magnificent amount of damage, though. I'll give it that. All these dang healers popped up. That doesn't happen. I gotta fix that, too. That does not happen, ever. They will literally run across the map to save each other. You know how many times I've been killing somebody and no one ever showed up to save them? That is literally what I do on all my rogues, is hunt stragglers. It doesn't happen. Nobody comes to the aid of those people. Once you get left behind, you're free food for any druid or rogue lurking about like a freaking creeper. You know what I'm saying? Messed that up, but whatever. Resist. Perfect. Miss! Why they playing you right now? I'm trying to show off super damage. We getting misses and ice blocks and crap. Who got the flag? Oh, he died. Ooh. Is the what's name buff down? Why do I have this buff? Not the big guy buff. Paladins, man, you see 2600 attack power. You know what I'm saying? Not the healthiest in the crit region, but that's perfectly fine because we're using a two-hander, so you really don't need crit like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's nice when it happens, but you're going to be hitting, as you saw, like... Look at the freaking damage, man. Come on, man. Freaking... Who took the torque? Oh, but as you can see, like I was explaining in the last video, y'all they're just sitting around. This didn't happen beforehand. Ever since the update, it happens. It's kind of whack because they'd be beefing at all times. There was never any of these weird moments where they would just sit around and stop casting. Goofy. See how they just sitting around? This didn't happen before. This didn't happen before. See how they're laying around? This didn't happen either. Ever since the update, it starts happening. They move around weird, unrealistic. What the fuck is that? My mouse. Big tooth out. Oh! Oh my god. Like I said, when you do, oh my god, when you do crit, it's the end of the world for the person you're attacking. But even when you don't crit, it's the end of the world for the person you're attacking. You know what I'm saying? So regardless of what that person is doing, they're going to die. You know what I'm saying? There is no surviving when you're getting hit that hard by a character, by a class that's near invincible. You know what I'm saying? It's Paladin, baby. 11,000 armor, look at that. 52% physical damage reduction. What melee class is touching you? Not very many, alright? Now sure, you don't have the most health in the world, but that's fine. Because you have a ton of You have a ton of armor. Tons of armor. You're A-okay. Okay? Nobody really touching you. Y'all that just randomly running around. This didn't happen before. We gotta fix that. I'm gonna call this video problems with the single player project update. I'm saying no offense, but it kind of sucks. They're moving weird now. And how did I just get sheep? The sheeping, like I said, sheeping is still, well, no, actually, this because this is a whole new video. The sheeping is a problem. Major problem. They still sheep a lot. They're moving around weird. They stand around a lot more. Way more, actually. Let me not say a lot more. They stand around way more now. The fuck? They're popping into up through roofs and whatnot. They did that before, but it's a lot worse now than it was. Ah! Ooh, and how is someone giving this man these heals, huh? I wish an alliance would try to go pick up the flag. Not me. I'm always picking up the dang flag. I don't want to pick up flag no more. I'm about to hit that fool with the hammer. Yeah, see, like this fool, she's just been running around the whole time. What else is the issue? They get stuck a lot more. Like whenever I go to Nether Storm, they'll just be standing around not doing anything. What else is the issue? As you can see, they're all popping up through the floor. There you go. They're getting sheep like crazy. Still gotta have those immunities on because it's just non-stop sheeping. The sheeping is non-stop, folks. What else is a problem? The buff spams. I wish I would have got that recorded. They were literally non-stop casting, what is it called? Two priests. They were sitting there looking at each other, casting, what is this buff? Prayer of Fortitude over and over. They didn't stop until the gates opened. So I couldn't even do my intro because it was loud as fuck. What else is the issue? They take light years to attack you and engage. What the fuck? They just handing in the flag? They're controlling the flags a lot better. I will give you that. They're actually running for the flags. Well, mostly Horde. Alliance kind of don't. Which is, I ain't gonna lie, it's kind of realistic. A little realistic. As someone who's been playing both Horde and Alliance for over a decade, that is a little realistic. Alliance will usually sit around, wait for whoever has the highest gear to grab the flag, whether they had plans on grabbing that flag or not. Horde, you'll see the boo-booest geared fool in the world grab the flag. He'll try his greatest to hand that flag in. Alliance, on the other hand, like I said, they'll usually wait for whoever has the highest gear to grab the flag, which is pretty realistic because as the highest geared person in this BG, guess who's holding the flag? I am. I'm out of mana, so I'm going to leave while he heals. Keep following me, sir. I will figure out how to get my mana up. I have nothing to get my mana up. So, I'm gonna run. To all my cooldowns already. Yeah, the Alliance don't go for the flag for crap. They usually get stuck in these walls, as you just saw. There was a man who just ran through the roof. Now, usually somebody say, yo, these prices are through the roof. Oh, these people are literally through the roof. They're all stuck fighting over there. Usually back then, they would, before the update, they would fight over here on the Alliance side, over toward that Berserk buff. Now they're fighting on the Horde side, over at that Berserk buff. Like I said, they take 8 years. They take light years to engage you. So let's say I'm standing here, right? They'll usually just sit there and follow me on a mount instead of getting off the mount and immediately attacking. What else is a major issue? Hunters are still fade death like crazy, and they'll just sit there Let me see here. Let me see here. Rogues are nasty as frick. They're very realistic. Every time I get attacked by a rogue, I feel like I'm fighting a real person. Whether I lose or win, they feel pretty realistic. Losing or winning doesn't really make a difference because, I mean, when you've been playing the same class over and over, you tend not to lose to other people. So they're very realistic. Whether I win or lose, they're very aggressive. They play exactly how most rogues play. You know, so the rogues overall seem very fine. They're quick to engage you. They go stealth immediately and start shanking you. Honestly, they play a little better than they did last patch because they with the action fully. What the fuck going on here? Mage versus Hunter. Who else? The mage, they are okay when they're arcane. Any other spec, they play like absolute garbage. Fire mage, they hit hard, but when you get too close, they start acting funky. You know what I'm saying? They start doing strange movements that no real person would actually do. They stop casting overall and they just run away from you. Warlocks, they rarely ever actually fight. They just put a bunch of curses on you and then start shooting their wands. Actually, let me correct that. They don't put a bunch of curses on you. They put like one or two, and then they start shooting their wand at you over and over. And then they back. Oh, yep, there you go. A hunter fade death for no reason. He had nearly full health. Still fade death. I mean, that's kind of realistic. A lot of these hunters out here be fade death way too dang early. It's like, bro, you had like 65,000 health left. There's no way in the world I'd just crit you for 65,000. People be fade death way too freaking early. So I guess that's kind of realistic. Oh, that I got sheeped by a guy who wasn't even. Oh, the sheep is never ending. The sheep is never ending. I just got my buff wasted. Frost traps are realistic. Somehow I'll be getting hit by those from a mile away. What other issues are there? The mage do not blink ever. Like I said, they don't. The mage play awful unless they're arcane. Even in the arcane mages, they still will cast at you, and when you get too close, they'll just endlessly try to backtrack, and they'll barely ever actually use spells on you. I ain't gonna lie. Oh, what the fuck am I doing? This update is... it's not the best. It'd be way better. Honestly, I feel like it is slightly downgraded since the last one. Somehow I'm still carrying the flag. Well, let's see if this works. Well, if we found a new issue, I can carry the flag while mounted. I think. I don't know, we better find out shortly. What else issues are there? It crashes way less. I have not been having very many crashing issues. I need to check the vanilla and the Wrath Lynch King one. The Wrath Lynch King one crashed the most, so I need to check that one. The vanilla one was usually the most stable. That had a tremendous amount of issues on its own though, so I need to check that as well. It had more issues than the TBC one, really. The TBC one was the most stable. It doesn't feel quite as stable anymore. Like I said, all the issues I've said earlier. Okay, well, yep, that's a problem. We just found out we can mount while flagged. I think that's all I know at the moment. It's kind of an issue with the, I guess there's an issue with them that they sit around until you show up. It's like that thing where people always tell you, ever feel like humans don't move until you show up? Which is goofy as fuck. There's legit people who believe that. That's crazy to me. Like, I'm gonna sit here and do nothing while you doing whatever you doing with your life. You crazy as fuck, boy. Boy, you crazier than two niggas that's crazy. That actually happens on this. You go to Orgrimmar, there'll be no NPC or no bots there at all until you teleport to Orgrimmar, and then they'll all just run out of the inn together. Like I said, somehow no one else sets off these frost traps except me. How long has this trap been here? Nobody else set it off? That's not a problem with this server though. That's a problem with World of Warcraft altogether. Also, they sit around a lot. That fool's probably been there for a hot minute. Judging by the amount of rage she has, she's been there for quite a while. They stand around a lot more than they did before. So, boom. There goes my analysis of what I've seen so far. That seems a little busted in comparison to before. Oh, she finally rezzed. Once I got close, like I said, they only move or do a lot of things when you're around. So she's probably been sitting there for at least however long it took me to go to the flag room and then come back. They'll fight each other once they're engaged, but that's about it. Some of them will literally sit around and do nothing until you come around. Which makes sense. I guess it might mitigate lag depending on how many bots you have on your server, but at the same time, I don't think that should be a factor because you should know the limits anyways. A real Warcraft server will get laggy once there's too many people on, and I think that this should probably be the same way because it makes a lot of the scenarios a little unrealistic and not all that, like how that bot was laying there until I showed up. Or like when you go to Orgrimmar and like a freaking 70 bots just spill out of the inn. You know what I'm saying? I do understand that this would take a lot of work though. And this is a solo private server. So there you go, folks. I just wanted to mess around on the Paladin and talk about the bit of issues I've been noticing with this update. Let me show you something real quick. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So Orgrimmar, when you teleport to Orgrimmar, it'll put you right here. Okay. Check this out. There you go. Can't see them, but you can very clearly see their shadows. They all just spill out of the inn. And they go wherever they go. But as you just saw there, a crap ton of them just came out of the inn in one go. And if I'm not mistaken, there's a bunch more there. Yep. So let me show you this real quick. I have 2,000 online flat, right? You see they're all in these locations. The majority of them are not moving at all until you show up there. Now you saw that guy, he just came from that way. Some of them do move a little bit, but it's a very few of them. And a lot of them are only moving because, like this warlock here, he was just in the BG I was in, so he's already actuated. That is literally the warlock we were just messing around fighting. So some of them will be moving, but only when you show up to that spot. Let me see, there's usually not very many in Darnassus. Orgrimmar was the best one I could think of, because you literally see them as you spawn right there, and they spill out this inn. And then they start moving. Alright. But as far as I know, as far as I can remember at the moment, those are usually the only issues I think I have. You can still find a fair bit of normal play. There's slightly more issues than there was before. Some things are fixed and some things have become less fixed. Other than that, you know what I'm saying? It's been your boy, LEGENDxCULT. And you know what I'm saying? Well, I'm gonna check out Vanilla in the LEGENDxCULT server. Probably make videos on those as well. Because I just realized this would be a good idea anyways. It'll help the developers, as one of them has been messaging me on YouTube a little bit. So it is a good video to make, help them out a bit. Let them know what problems they're having rather than having to figure out themselves. Or, I mean, I'm sure they have a forum too where other people post that, but this is also something I could do a little bit of help with myself. Been your boy, Legend, man. If you enjoyed the video, that's good. If you didn't enjoy the video, oh well, you watched it. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, notification bell, all that other bullcrap YouTube be making to say I'm out of here. Legendary.
Chain of legendary.